Have you ever found yourself standing in the grocery store staring at shelves packed with foods labeled healthy, low fat, or all natural, and feeling completely overwhelmed? You're not alone. In today's world, we're bombarded with marketing messages that promise quick fixes and effortless weight loss, all wrapped up in shiny packaging. But here's the shocking truth. Just because a food claims to be healthy doesn't mean it actually is. In fact, some of the most popular so-called health foods are actually sabotaging your weight loss goals, and you might not even realize it. Let's take a closer look at these so-called healthy foods. The grocery store is full of products that look wholesome on the outside, but are hiding a not-so-healthy secret inside. Companies know that words like organic, gluten-free, and low-calorie catch your eye. But what they don't want you to know is that these labels can be incredibly misleading. Sometimes these foods are just as processed, sugary, or calorie-dense as the snacks you're trying to avoid. It's time to stop eating healthy without thinking and start looking beyond the label. Let's bust some myths, starting with the classic low-fat yogurt. You might reach for it thinking you're making a smart choice. After all, fat is bad, right? Not so fast. While the label proudly boasts low fat, what it doesn't tell you is that most brands compensate for the lack of fat by adding heaps of sugar to make it taste good. In fact, some low-fat yogurts contain more sugar per serving than a glazed donut. That's right. What you thought was a healthy breakfast or snack could actually be spiking your blood sugar and making it harder to lose weight. Think about it. You'd never start your day with a donut and call it healthy, but that's essentially what you're doing when you grab a sugary, low-fat yogurt. The sugar rush might give you a quick burst of energy, but it's followed by a crash that leaves you hungry and craving more sweets. Over time, this cycle can lead to weight gain, not weight loss. So next time you're in the dairy aisle, take a moment to check the sugar content before tossing that yogurt into your cart. Now, let's talk about another sneaky culprit, granola bars. They're marketed as the perfect on-the-go snack for busy, health-conscious people. But have you ever actually read the ingredients list? Many granola bars are loaded with added sugars, syrups, and oils. Some even contain as much sugar as a candy bar and just as many empty calories. Sure, they might have a few oats or nuts sprinkled in, but that doesn't make up for all the sweeteners and fillers. If you're trying to lose weight, these bars can easily derail your progress. Veggie chips are another food that sounds healthy, but often isn't. The packaging is bright and colorful, with pictures of fresh vegetables and promises of guilt-free snacking. But if you flip the bag over and read the ingredients, you'll see that most veggie chips are made from potato starch or corn flour, with just a hint of vegetable powder for color. In reality, they're not much different from regular potato chips, just with a marketing twist. They're still fried, still salty, and still high in calories. Don't be fooled by the rainbow hues. These chips are more about appearance than nutrition. And what about diet sodas? They promise 0 calories and 0 sugar, so they must be a dieter's dream, right? Not so fast. While it's true that diet sodas don't contain sugar, they're packed with artificial sweeteners that can actually trick your brain and body. Studies have shown that these sweeteners can increase your cravings for sugary foods, disrupt your metabolism, and even lead to weight gain over time. Plus, drinking something sweet, even if it's calorie-free, can make it harder to break the habit of reaching for sugary treats. So, while you might save a few calories in the short term, you could be setting yourself up for long-term struggles with cravings and weight. Even salads, the poster child for healthy eating, can be a hidden trap. A bowl of fresh greens is a great start, but what happens when you drown it in creamy, high-calorie dressing? Suddenly, your light lunch has as many calories and as much fat as a fast food burger. Some restaurant salads can top 1,000 calories, more than a cheeseburger and fries. The dressing, croutons, bacon bits, and cheese all add up quickly. If you're not careful, your healthy intentions can backfire, leaving you with a meal that's anything but diet-friendly. So what can you do to avoid falling for these food traps? The answer is simple but powerful. Become a label detective. Don't just trust the front of the package. Flip it over and read the ingredients and nutrition facts. Look for hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, and long lists of unpronounceable additives. If a food has more than a few simple ingredients, or if sugar is one of the first things listed, it's probably not as healthy as it seems. Remember, real food doesn't need fancy marketing or complicated labels. Real health isn't about chasing the latest diet trend or stocking up on processed foods with fancy packaging. It's about going back to basics, eating whole, minimally processed foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. When you build your meals around these foods, you naturally get the nutrients your body needs without all the added sugar, salt, and chemicals. Cooking at home, even simple meals, gives you control over what goes into your food and helps you avoid the hidden pitfalls of packaged products. So next time you're at the store, don't let sneaky labels and clever marketing trick you. Take a moment to pause, read, and think about what you're really putting into your body. You have the power to make smarter choices, choices that support your health, your energy, and your weight loss goals. Now that you know the truth about these so-called healthy foods, you can shop with confidence and eat with intention. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being informed. Choose real food, nourish your body, and don't fall for the hype. You've got this.